Hi guys, welcome to Gemma B Makes. This is episode 9 of my crafty podcast, a podcast about what I've been doing over the past couple of weeks, what I've been making. So far this week, these past couple of weeks, I've been knitting, I've been doing a little bit of sewing, and I've been doing some spinning. Now, I just need to do a little bit of an admin kind of thing here. I need to say to all my family that are watching, I need you to, and I understand that is at least 3/4 of my base of people that are watching. You need to not watch from now until Christmas, because this is all I've been making, and if I don't show the things that I've been making for Christmas, then I don't have a podcast. So I need you all to catch up after Christmas, okay? Because I can't show anything if you're all here. I realise, like I say, that is most of the people that watch the podcast. Hi, family. But yeah, bugger off. Thanks. Bye. I know you're still here. See you later. Now that they have gone, hopefully, I can talk about what I've been doing. So last time I spoke to you all, I was spinning on the wheel that I borrowed from the Guild some fibre that I got from John Arbon at Yarndale. It was merino silk, it's called Toot Sweet, in the Toot Sweet colourway. And I haven't got the skein, but this is it all balled up. If you want to see the skein, you can check it out on my Instagram. That's over on Gemma B Makes. Sorry, I thought somebody was at the door then, there's nobody there. Yes, so this is all I have left, because I made a hat for my mum for her birthday. Now, it's my mum's birthday on Wednesday, which is Halloween. My mummy little witch. So this is the hat that I made. Now, I didn't do any particular style. I literally just cast on for the size of my mum's head and did a 1x1 rib, and then just knit up like a sock, like the sock head hat, and decreased at the top. But yeah, look at the fibre, how it's all knit up. I was so happy with it. It looks so nice, and it feels really, really soft. And I haven't blocked it yet. I don't know if it needs it, to be honest. I really like it. I think it's cool. So I'll try it on. Now, it's a bit small for me because my mum's got a teeny tiny head. And I bet it looks absolutely beautiful with these pigtails. Oh, lovely. But it's just a little slouch. Oh, knock the whole table. But yeah, that's my hat that I made for my mum out of the wool that I spun myself on the wheel. I love this craft. It's so cool, isn't it, to be able to say that, you started right from a bit of fluff and turned it into something to wear. I was really happy with it. So there's little bits like that pop out where, maybe it wasn't applied as well, or I don't know, I didn't spin it as well. It's a little pop here, but it just adds to the character, doesn't it? Oh God, look what I did to my hair. Yeah, I was really, really, I don't know how many times I can say I was really happy with it. It was lovely. I'll definitely be buying some more of that merino silk to spin, because that was really, really easy. I found it a lot easier to do than, I don't know if it's just practice, because every time I do some more, I say, that was much easier, that was much easier. So I don't know if it's just a matter of practice, that every time I do more, it just gets that little bit easier to do, or if I'm just buying better quality each time. I think I'm buying better quality each time, but we'll see. I'm just going to move you a little bit. There we go. So yeah, so that was that. Well, I thought I bought 100 grams. Well, they must have give a little bit over, because this whole hat turned out to, I weighed it, and it's 51 grams, and I have 63 left. So I'm not quite sure. I think I might be able to get maybe a pair of fingerless mitts out of it. Maybe, I don't know. I'm thinking that I might try and cast them on and see, like the mum, I'll give the mum, oh gosh, I'll give my mum the hat for her birthday, but then cast some mitts on maybe as a Christmas present, because it's a birthday on Wednesday and, you know, it's Friday today. I don't think I'll get a pair of mittens out in a couple of days. But maybe for Christmas. And then she can have matching hats and mitts. That'll be nice. My mum said she didn't want anything for a birthday. She wanted us all to go out for a birthday meal. So we're doing that on Sunday. But I'd already cast on the hat, so she's getting the hat. Yeah, I was really happy with it. It did do a bit of a funky decrease at the top. I don't know how I worked that. Yeah. My mum will never notice. I don't know how I did that, but it's, yeah, it looks good when it's on. I'm not going to put it on again. Don't put it on again. But yes, that was the hat that I made. So from John Arbon, it's called Toot Sweet, the fibre, and yeah, I was really, I spun it and then knit it. Like, first of all, I cast on with the same amount of stitches that I did for a sockhead hat that I have, that I knit a while ago for myself, and I thought, oh, that'll be okay. And by the time I got hat, I must have got a good halfway up, maybe even more. I thought, this looks a little bit big, and I tried it on and it must have been it had so much gape to it. I was like, I could have turned it inside out and twisted it and put it on my mum's head 3 times. So I had to pull it all back out again. And then knit it all back up. So, you know, it went really quite fast because I was just so excited about doing it all. It was, you know, it was really fun. I really, really enjoyed it. So that was the spinning. That's all the spinning that I did, and then I knit the hat out of the things that I've spun, and I haven't spun since because I've been doing some sewing and some more knitting. So what else did I do? I also knit another hat for my friend Beth. So Beth of the Cardigan, her mum asked me a while ago if I'd knit her a hat for the winter. She was quite specific about what she wanted. She wanted it in black. She couldn't wear wool because she's allergic to it. Well, it irritates her. But you know my rules. If you buy the wool, if you buy the yarn, then I will knit you something. So she got me, she went and picked some black acrylic. Now the acrylic that she picked was a massive, big, I think it was super chunky, very super chunky. And it was just one skein of this very super chunky. So if I made her the hat out of it, it would have been a very tight, like, cap, like a beanie, with not much room. Because she only bought one skein of the wool. I think there was like 79 yards to 100 grams. So it's really, really chunky wool. And I'd said to her, you know, she'd asked for she wanted something lacy, so she wanted something with holes so her head could breathe, basically, and something slouchy. I was like, well, you've given me the wrong wool, really. So I went back and I did a little swap for her, and I just got some black acrylic that'd do the job. And I found a free pattern on Ravelry, which was called it was something I found a bit rude. I can't remember now. I'll put it here, wherever. Well, yeah, so that's the pattern name, and I've already gifted the hat, so I can't show you it, but I did take a little bit of a video. So here's the hat. I knit it up in black acrylic, and it's got the little holes, like she said, so a little lace section all the way around. It was a really easy knit. I really enjoyed doing it. It went really fast. I think I knit the whole hat in 2 or 3 days. So it went really well. I was impressed with it, and I've already gifted it, and she loves it, of course. So yes, so that's what else I've been knitting over this past week. They were my 2 finished objects. So the works in progress, wow, speeding through. I'll stay with the knitting because it wasn't what I did next, but I'll stay with the knitting. So I've cast on, this is a works in progress, I cast on a hat for, I've been in proper hat mode, for Heidi, my niece, because I want to make her a little jumper from the Strange Brew. So the idea behind the Strange Brew book is basically it's a recipe book. So, you know, you can choose any wool, any yarn, any pattern, any size, as long as you know your gauge and know what pattern you want to do. So my plan was to make Heidi a jumper, but I needed to find the gauge and find things. So the idea is to make a hat. So your hat can be the gauge swatch. So I'm halfway through doing my swatch, which is the Fleet hat by Tin Can Knits. So let's have a little look. So this is how far I've got with that. Oh, I'm halfway through a row, that's so rude. So these are some crazy colours. I've just got some acrylic. I don't know if I've saved a ball band actually. Let's have a little look, sorry. No, did I, Al? Okay, this is some acrylic that I found in Poundland or Pound World or a pound shop. A pound shop. I found some crazy bright colours on a grey, and yeah, it's super bright, isn't it? Now, I originally just wanted to see which colour stood out the best against the grey. So I've got all these. Look at these colours. So I wanted the main body to be this grey, and I wanted some crazy pop. Wow, it is super luminous on there. It's kind of true. I just wanted to see which colour looked the best, because I only wanted to put maybe 1 or 2 colours in with the grey for the actual finished jumper. So I've put them all in the hat and see which one looks the best. I haven't finished yet, but I'm not quite sure. I really do like this pink. But yeah, that's a little hat that's coming along for Heidi, and hopefully I knit this, I think, in about 1 or 2 days. Yeah, because I cast on the ribbon one night and I did the rest of this yesterday. So yeah, it's quite a fast little knit, and hopefully I should have this finished maybe in today or tomorrow, and then I'll be able to cast on the jumper because will hopefully know my gauge. So that was the idea, and she'll get a very bright hat out of it at the same time. I was thinking about maybe doing all of the colours together to make a pom-pom to put on the top as well. So we'll see. So yeah, Tin Can Knits, and that's the Fleet hat. So the next thing that I've been making is the Stella hoodie by Tilly and the Buttons for my sister for Christmas. So this is Tilly and the Buttons, the stretch book. It belongs to my friend Kirsty. I pinched it. And it's on my Christmas list. Thanks, Anna. Now, I think I went on about the Love at First Stitch book like a lot. But I don't think I ever explained what it is. So Tilly and the Buttons does sewing patterns, and her first book, Love at First Stitch, is basically if you have never touched a sewing machine before, if you've never knit or if you've never sewn anything before, it's the perfect book to start with. It starts right at the beginning with how to make a scarf, and it goes through till you can make a fully lined invisible zip dress. Like, it just goes through each, you do pajama bottoms, you do a skirt, you do a blouse, that kind of thing. And then Tilly has brought out a new book which is all about stretch fabric. So again, if you've never knit with stretchy material, it goes through how to do that. So I have picked for my sister to do the hoodie, the Stella hoodie and joggers. I've chose just to do the hoodie, and I want to put a little kangaroo pouch on the front as well. So this is for my sister Maisie. please don't be watching. Go away if you are. So this, I picked out the material. Oh, do you know, I've got things pinned to it. Let's see if I can do this without taking all my pins out, because I've not finished. So at the minute, this is the material that I picked. It's like a green with, just a minty green with white feathers on. My sister Maisie has got a tattoo of a feather. It's really cool on her leg, so I liked the feathers. And so far, we have a fully lined hood with this material. I think that goes quite well with the green. And yeah, and it's attached to the body. So let's see if I can just do this. So yeah, oh, we've got a sleeve that's pinned but not sewn. So yeah, so this, the pin got me. Oh, little get. So yeah, so this is the hoodie so far. So what I need to do now is sew the sleeves together. So you put the sleeves on, and then you straight down there, and then straight down there, and then it should be all done, and then hem it up. I've really enjoyed doing it. I've got to say, I think the more you sew, the more confident you get, and the better the finish turns. So everything's done in zigzag stitch, which I've never really done before because I've never really worked with a lot of stretch. Well, I did the little things for James, you know, the little bodysuits, and I used a bit of stretch in them, bit of zigzag stitch, but never anything that was showing, you know, never a top stitch. So I don't know if you can see that there. I was really impressed with how neat it all turned out. The buttonholes, so you have to put buttonholes in because eventually you're going to put like a tie round through. And they worked out well, I was impressed with that. Bit of top stitching through. I was happy with how it looked. You know, I managed to get these lined up so they all lined up properly. Yeah, it was just, you know, I didn't have to unpick anything, I don't think. That's always a bonus. Yeah, so I've managed to get all the way through to this point without having to unpick anything, so I'm happy with that. And I will hopefully have got that finished for, well, I really want to get it done this week. I've worked it out. I was watching Mel Brown's podcast. Hi, Mel. And she mentioned it being like 70 days till Christmas, like 7 weeks, 10 weeks. And I think I have 10 people to make for. So if I do one person a week, and I think I'm on 9 now. Oh, damn it. I need to really like pick it up a gear now and get all these makes done, especially when I'm just going for, you know, crazy over the top, like giant hoodies and full sweaters and, you know. Anyway, it's gonna be fun though, right? I'm having fun. Oh, I did forget this. So that was the thing for Maisie. And yeah, Mel reminded me that it's not that far away till Christmas, so I need to start getting a move on. Sorry, I've dropped all this stuff on the floor, one sec. Yeah, so that's everything that I've been making. I made this a couple of weeks ago and I forgot to show it, so I thought I'd show it now. This is James's hat. It was just a tiny little make that I did, and I didn't use a pattern. I just measured around his head, and I chopped up a fleecy blanket and some of the stretch material, sewed them together, turned it inside out. This likes to roll at the top, at the front when he's got it on, but it's kind of good because it keeps it out of his eyes. So yeah, I thought that was pretty cute. I thought I'd share it with you because, you know, I made it, so. And Gemma B makes. What else do I have to talk about? So the plan was for Christmas to sit down and do a list of things that I could make for people for Christmas. So far I've got the jumper for Heidi, the hoodie for Maisie, I think I'm going to do a dressing gown for David. He did ask for one, so David and Edward are going to get dressing gowns, so I bought the fabric for them. I did hide the fabric at Kirsty's house though, because It's quite a big, I bought like a really big fluffy, I don't know what it's called. It's really fluffy. I'll show you it next time. But it's quite hard to hide. I have nowhere to put it. I have no good hiding spots in my house. And it needs a good, I need to wash it and whatnot. So I didn't want Edward to see it before I made things with it. So I've hidden it at Kirsty's, so I can't show you it. I did buy some material for David's dressing gown. So I bought this cotton paisley. Just a really traditional dressing gown kind of material, but it's really quite thin. You know, so it's going to be a summer dressing gown, really. And then when I bought it, I found on the internet some material that would suit him so well. So for a living, David designs electronics. So I found some material that was like circuit boards, you know, the green circuit boards. That's what he does, that's what he designs. And it looked so good. I was like, oh, he would love that. If I could do a full dressing gown in this circuit material, you know, there's not much that I could probably make David that he'd enjoy. He's just not bothered about it. And I thought he'd really, really like that. So I was looking online to see, you know, if I could get the best prices and what kind of material I could buy. And I think it was working out at about £50 to get enough material to make a dressing gown. I was like, do you know what? I would spend that on David for Christmas anyway, you know, probably a little bit more. But it was quilting cotton, and I don't think a dressing gown out of quilting cotton is going to be comfortable or nice, or, you know, it'll feel a bit stiff. And so I was having another look around, and I found a site where you could get it all printed onto whatever material you wanted. So a nice poly, or I could get it done on minky, or the really soft, you know, really soft material. But in that case, it was turning up about £80 to £90 for the amount that I needed. Now, although I'd spend that amount on David at Christmas, I don't think he'd appreciate the fact that a dressing gown would cost that much. And, you know, unless I actually said to him, this cost me this much money to make you this, he'd never get it. He'd never appreciate it. And no, it's just not, it's a lot of money for the not to understand. Do you get what I mean? Am I talking rubbish? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. People talk about people being nitworthy, and, you know, do you know what? Mel was talking about this completely. She was on about her a brother-in-law wanted a blanket, and she'd put all the money together. Yeah, I totally understand. I get you, Mel. Yeah, so I don't think I'll be ordering that for David. However, you know, the idea of that material for him, he'd really like it. So I'm trying to think now of something that I can order the quilting cotton, maybe 1 or 2 meters, and make him something that he'd actually enjoy. I don't know what. I have no idea. But I'm going to try and have a little look. Have you got any ideas? Leave a message in the comments below. Oh dear. Yeah. So that's, yeah. I think I've talked about everything. Let's have a little look. I made a list. So it was we had another guild meeting. So it's the second meeting that I went to. However, I only managed to stay for an hour or so, because it was the same day that I was going to be sewing the Stella hoodie. So I went to Kirsty's house to do another sew day to make the hoodie for Maisie. It's just a lot easier to go to Kirsty's house with no children and do a good couple of hours sewing. And it just happened to fall on the same day as the guild. But I went up and did a little bit of knitting for a while and got my introduction pack, because I never got that last time. Paid for the wheel, you know, that I picked up, and just said hello, had a cup of tea with everybody. And one of the ladies there that I'd not really met before, in fact I have met her briefly, she sold me my spindle. You know, the first spindle that I got from the Leeds Wool Festival. So she was manning the stall doing the spindle. But she came up to me and she went, do you do videos on YouTube? I was like, yes, I do. How cool is that? Nice to meet you. That was pretty cool. I had my first like interaction of people, you know, with my first, I feel famous. Hello to the 40 people that watch my channel. I feel famous. No, but that was really cool. I got to meet somebody that actually watches, so that was pretty cool. And yeah, and that is everything that I have to talk about this week. Thanks for joining me, guys. I really enjoy doing these little podcasts, and I hope, leave a comment below, like, let's make friends. I've really enjoyed making friends over YouTube. I've got lots of different people that I like to talk to. We've got Mel and Lorraine, hello Lorraine, and Lauren of Awesome Blossom Knits, and Hannah of Kawaii Bookworm. Yeah. So I've, you know, really enjoyed getting to know everybody and watching everybody's makes and doing all these things. So let's carry it on, and I'll see you all next time. I'll see you later, guys. Bye. Boo. Shit yourself.